Hey, it's Coach Laura Lyles. This class, I'm going to break down how to become a magnetic woman. Okay, how to become a woman who can attract things to her easily and freely. You want to be a woman that can show up and get what she wants. And not in like a rude way, not in like a way where you're bragging or making others feel small. No, it's just about knowing your power, knowing what you bring to the world, knowing all of that so you can stand in your power. Does that make sense? So, when we talk about being a magnet for success, it's like being able to attract things to you. Many people feel like they have to force things to happen in their life. Okay, they go out there, they work hard. It feels like they have to force things to come about in their lives. Well, as a woman, if we look at the feminine energy, the female body parts, we are made to receive all the good that we want in our life. And when I heard that many years ago, it made me stop having this like hustle mentality where I thought I had to work very hard. It made me just realize that, you know what, I can be a woman that can receive. You see, there is an abundance of money out there in the world. There is an abundance of love out there in the world. We just have to be the people that love, money, abundance can show up in. I like to see it like this, like in front of you, if you have all this stuff like emotional baggage, doubt, fears, you have all this emotional baggage in front of you, then no extra love, no extra money, no extra things can flow into your space. Okay, we have to be the woman that can clear away all the doubts, all the fear, all the stuff so you can receive everything that wants to come your way. But when you are carrying burdens, when you are carrying the past, you can't be magnetic. Okay, it's almost like you're just going to repel things away from you. You're going to repel things away from you instead of having this space where you can attract. Okay, so being a magnetic woman is not about forcing things to happen. Okay, that doesn't mean you can sit back and chill and just dream and do all that stuff. No, it's about knowing your value, knowing your worth, right? And being magnetic means increasing your value. And if you've been with me for a while, you would have heard me speak about being valuable, being a valuable woman, right? If I always say, look at this watch right here, right? This watch does not have the right time ever. It doesn't have the right time. It's not, I don't even know how to set the time. So I'm not using it for a watch. I'm not using it because it tells the time. I'm using it because it's branded. Okay. And, I wanted to buy a Rolex. So I spent 11,000 or 10,000 pounds for this watch. Like, why on earth would I do that? Why do people spend more money for a watch, for a bag, because of the value, the perceived value it brings? When I go to my top business meeting and I'm driving in my Range Rover and I've got my Rolex on, sadly, people are like, okay, she must know what she's talking about. Okay. It increases the value. If I walk into a room and my skin is clear and my hair's done well, I'm smiling, I've got on great clothes, I've got on great perfume, it does increase the value whether we like it or not. Okay. But that's not the only thing that makes you a valuable woman. It's not just about the material things, as we know, but we have to recognize that. Okay, we can't ignore that. Okay, if I came on here, my hair wasn't done, I had, stains on my top, and I was kind of looking down and not really engaging with you all would be like, Coach, are you okay? Is everything going all right? Right? Increasing your value is also about what you bring to the world. Okay, your skills, your talents, your intellectual property, the IP that you have up here is also increase your value. I like to say, if you've heard me say this before, just stay with me. But I say, if you look at my phone, okay, I don't have it on me at the moment, but if you look at my iPhone normally costs around £1,000 in the shop. Okay, an iPhone typically costs 1,000, 2,000. If I said to you, hey, I'm selling my iPhone for £10,000, you're going to be like, absolutely not, Coach. I'm not buying that iPhone for 10,000. I just go to Apple and get a brand new one for £1,000. However, if I increase the value of the phone and said, it's not just a phone. You have access to my bank account, where you can spend money, you can take it how you want to spend money. You have access to all my millionaire coaches. You could ask them for advice. You can send them a message. You have access to my Instagram where you can post something and sell it and people will buy. Now I'm increasing the value of the phone. So now you're going to want to give me something for it. Okay. Now you're going to be more inclined to be like, you know what? I see where she's going with this. I want more. Does that make sense? Type yes if that makes sense. Being magnetic woman is about increasing your value. Okay. So I want you to think about whether you want more pay in your job, maybe you want to build a business, whatever it is. How can we get your value to the next level? What skills do you need to learn? With my business, I'm a life coach. There's so many realms that I operate in my business. Okay. I'm a life coach. I'm a marketer. I'm a finance person. I have to deal with my finances and everything. Okay. So there's so many pockets that I have to deal with on a daily basis. How can I improve my life coaching skills? This is what I always think about. Okay. How can I become a better life coach? Well, life coach is not just about what I say to you. It's not just speaking about psychology theories and, all of that stuff. Well, that's good and well, but it's also about how I say it to you. So as a life coach, to become more valuable, I have to practice how I speak to you. I have to practice the language that I use. I have to practice my tonality. It's not just about, oh, I'm a life coach, because it's not about what you say sometimes. It's about how you say it. Okay. It's not just about what you say, it's about how you say it. All right. So, as a life coach, I have to know the psychology principles. I have to know how to get people results. I have to know how to, goal set and do all those things. But I also have to know how to present myself as a life coach that you want to listen to. Okay. The next thing is marketing. If I want to grow my business and become more valuable, become a magnetic woman, I have to learn marketing. When I first started coaching, I did not want to learn marketing. I was like, I just want to coach. I just want to help people. But guess what? The more you go out there into the world and you have your business and you say, I just want to help people, it just doesn't work like that. Okay. People want to see what have you got to offer. Imagine if there's like hundreds of people selling something similar to what you sell. You're going to have to learn how to differentiate yourself. You're going to have to learn how to stand out. That's what marketing is. Okay. So I'm saying this to say, ladies, sometimes you think the problem is you. Sometimes you think that, oh, you're not good enough or they don't see your value. Well, I want to say that you want to become so valuable, they cannot ignore you. Whether you're talking about your boss, your husband, your children, your business, whatever area of your life, you want to become so valuable, they cannot ignore you. They're like, I want her to be in this business. I want her to be in this position. Does that make sense? Type yes if that makes sense. You want to become so valuable, people cannot ignore you. Finance, as I said, finance is the other end of my business, right? So I'm a life coach, I'm a marketer, and finance. I have to learn how to do my taxes. Okay, if I want my business to be in good standing order, I have to learn how to do my taxes. I have to learn how to manage my finances. Okay, these are all the things that increase the value. Do you understand what I'm saying? Increase the value. So if you heard what I said from the beginning, it's not about going and buying expensive things. Okay, it's not about that. What it's about is about how can I be a valuable woman? Instead of me chasing that man, instead of me chasing that job, instead of me chasing those clients, let me be someone who can attract them. Okay. Who would like to be a woman that can attract all the good that wants to flow into your life? Okay. You want to be that woman that can attract, being magnetic. So I want you to think about the realm where you want to be more magnetic. It might be in relationships, it might be in your business, it might be in your career, in your job. Where do you want to get more value? Okay, where do you want to increase your value? Where do you want to be more respected? Okay, once you know that, then you can go to work. I literally brainstorm my life. People look at me and be like, oh, coach, you're just so lucky. I'm like, no, I literally sit down and brainstorm my life. I look at what area do I want to excel in? Where do I want to grow? Where do I want to get better? right? And then I go to work. I start working on it. I start saying, you know what? I wanna learn this. Okay. If I want to be more valuable in my relationship, I know what I have to do, right? I know what I have to do. Everything is scripted out, everything is thought about. Now, if you're anything like me at the beginning, I always used to be like, oh, I don't want to be fake. Like, I don't want to have to script out and rehearse. Well, I'm going to tell you this, the life you're living right now is scripted out for you by your parents, by your environment, by the world, by your friends, by your family. Like, it's already scripted out for you. If you're sitting there saying, I don't believe in myself, that's a lie anyway, right? If you believe you can't do it, you believe you're not worthy, that is a lie anyway. Why not just put on better lies? Okay, you believed in your lies long enough. That's why they become a reality. Why not just believe in better things? And that's what I did to increase my finances and become a magnet for money. Before I was like, oh, money is only associated with evil people. You know, if you have money, it means you're not doing good, you're not loving God. So I always ran away from money. I always was like, I don't want money. I'm gonna move away from it. Okay. Instead of being like, okay, let me change the script. Let me change the script and get another script so I can become all that God has created me to be. You know, I used to read books like Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Who's read Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, right? I love books. I read that book to change my mind so I can increase my mind and increase my money, right? Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. I remember getting that book and telling my coach, yeah, I've read that book. And she goes, if you read that book and you're not a millionaire, you have not really read that book. And I was like, oh, okay. So I kept on reading that book until I made my first million. Okay, I kept on studying that book until I made my first million. And, you know, by the time I started reading the first time that book until I made my first million, my mind changed. So much changed about who I was, how I saw things, how I approached things. It changed my life. Okay. So we are on a journey to become magnets for success. Okay. We are on a journey to become women on a mission, to become women who know who they are, can stand strong in who we are, and no longer beg for approval. Okay. I don't want none of you this year, next year, the year after that, begging for approval. But as I always say to you all, you have to get to the space where you're like, you know what? I'm not where I want to be. I'm not it right now. Okay. You have to have that conversation with yourself where you say, you know what? I'm not it right now. I'm not that girl right now. I'm not that woman right now. Okay. But I will be because I'm going to increase my value. I'm going to go and do what Coach Laura Lyles has said, and I'm going to increase my value so I can be that. Okay. So I want you to think about, let's just do money because I love money is easy to manifest if you have a plan for it. Okay. I want you to think about, what do you want your monthly income to be every 30 to 31 days? How much money do you want flowing into your bank account? I want you to type it in the chat, whatever the number is. It might be 5,000, it might be 10,000, it might be 50,000. But what is the amount of income you want flowing to you easily and freely? Okay, you just have to think about it. Type it in the chat. How much money do you want flowing to you easily and freely? Okay, how much money do you want flowing into your bank account? Just close your eyes and think about it, and then type it in the chat or comment below. Let's just think for 2025, how much money do you want every 30 days? Okay, Jay, 10K, Linda, 10K. Let me know. I want everyone to type in. And I'm so glad you found the class today because I didn't post out the link. Okay, so I was like, whoever's meant to find this class today will find this class today. Okay, because I'm teaching at 9 p.m. Okay. But anyway, I'll go on to that in a moment. Let's go. We have 10K a month. We have 5K a month. We have 8K a month. We have 5K a month. We have 100K a month. We have 5 to 10K. We have 10K, 10K, 5K. Okay, whatever it is, I want you to start being around people that have that and more. Okay? I want you to start listening to people that have that and more. Okay? Why do I say that? Because if you want 20K a month and you are around someone that has 20K, 30K, 40K, 50 a month, it's going to be easy for you to attract that into your life because you're going to see how they are. Okay, you're going to see how they are. You're going to see how they show up. You're going to learn from them. Okay, that is what typically tends to happen. If you hang around 10 people who never have money, okay, we call them broke folk. Okay, I was broke folk before. Let's just be real. If you hang around those people, guess what's going to happen when you try to start your business or you try to go to a new job? They're going to say, I think you're working too hard. I don't think you should read those books. I don't think you should listen. Angelica, well, I'm one of those persons. I could be your one, okay? Stay very close to me. I'm one of those people, okay? That's one, okay? That's one. I told you to read Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. He's another person. Maybe you don't have close affiliation, but sometimes you can find those people in books, okay? I had to find those people in books before I could find them in real life, okay? I'm trying to be as accessible and as connected to all of you as possible. I'm one of those people. Those of you who have been with me for a very long time has seen the journey, has seen the progression. All right. And you know that if you send me a DM on Instagram, I'm going to respond to you. Okay. People are like, oh, I can't believe you responded. I'm like, yeah, if I can, I will. Like, I'm not far removed. We are one. Okay. We are the same woman. We have the same monthly issues, if you know what I'm talking about. Okay. I get sick. I get upset. I get sad. I get confused. Do you understand? Like, I'm just like you. There's no difference. And I'm going to tell you this. When I first started my journey, I was homeless. I was living in a hostel. In the UK, when you can't afford to live and have your own place, the government assists you. And I was in a hostel with my son. He was 3 or 4 years old at the time. And it was just a bedroom. Some of you have seen it before. It was just a bedroom, the little kitchen. It was just not too clean. And I remember being in there and phoning my dad and crying and being like, Dad, I'm in this one room. And he said, take control of your emotions. He goes, you're only ever in one room at a time anyway. He goes, even if you were in a 5-bedroom house, you're only in one room at a time. And that kind of eased the pressure off a little bit. I was like, okay, cool. He goes, you know what I did when I was in that position? Because my dad's made a lot of money as well and successful man. He said, when I was in that position, I ripped all the wallpaper off the wall. And he said he started writing his goals on the wall. I was like, what? But I didn't rip the wallpaper off. I got my Post-it notes. I got my A4 piece of paper and I started writing my goals on them and sticking them on the wall. And my wall was just filled up with everything that I have now. I only wanted, not I say only, but I wanted £10,000 a month. I've made £10,000 in an hour. Okay. I wanted my 5-bedroom house. It was on there. I live in a 5-bedroom house. I wanted my white Range Rover outside. We have 2 Range Rovers outside. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you doing this work, you can become that woman. Okay. I promise you, some of you are smarter than me. You know how many mistakes I make when I'm talking or typing. Some of you have more degrees than me. Some of you are in better jobs than me. Some of you have longer relationships than me. So there's no excuse. Okay, there's no excuse. Let's lean on each other and help each other thrive. Okay, who's registered for the masterclass tonight at 9 p.m.? Who's registered? Type me in the chat. We're going to dive deep. It's a 1.5 hour masterclass at 9. Okay, we're going to dive deep into the masterclass. If you haven't registered, go to www.7secretsclass.com/2024. Okay. And get in the class at 9 p.m. We are going to dive deep into setting these goals. We're going to go deep into my 7-day method and we're going to elevate your life to 2025. Okay. So I'm going to go and get ready for class. Please go to my Instagram bio, click the link and sign up for the class, get the link. And I'll see you on the other side. Sending you love, light, and abundance. I'm praying that you do the work necessary to elevate your life. Okay? I'll see you on the other side. Good night and God bless. Good night.